Okay, well, I have a video of it. It's on YouTube. It's called Handing in My Declaration to Weld County Sheriff. I handed one to them also. It's called Handing in My Declaration to Greeley Police Department. And you work for the police department, right?
Yeah, what was this declaration about, sir?
Well, I've been learning a lot of things about our country, things that your country never taught us. When we ended in bankruptcy in '33, they created a birth certificate which created a legal fiction, which is our name in capital letters, which when our parents fill it out, which they don't have to, and they were never told that they didn't have to, enters us into your jurisdiction. And then that gives you guys legal title to us. And then when we sign to this, then we are under your control. We've given up our rights and property that our forefathers fought and died to give us. This was created at the bankruptcy, and it's voluntary. And I believe that, the 13th Amendment says no more slavery or involuntary servitude, which is true and a fact, because it's simple. When you sign to this birth certificate and you enter into your jurisdiction, ignorantly, then you now have power over us because you're under the control of the bankers. We're in commerce through the birth certificate. And when we do business with you, and people are learning this, and that's what my declaration is about. And also the Lord also told me in His Word to come out of Babylon, which is the banks and corporations which control this country. So when I handed in that declaration, it was basically to tell you and to inform you and to declare that I am coming out of your system. I am redeeming myself. Because the reason why, sir, is because a couple years ago in 2008, when I ended up homeless after being laid off from 3 jobs in a row, you guys arrested me for it. And I felt that was unjust. And so I had to start figuring out how the system works, because I felt like a victim and I felt powerless because of my lack of knowledge of the system. And so I handed in the declaration, and I know that your officer who was talking with me didn't read it yet, and he didn't understand what it was, but he did threaten me, saying that I still had to obey your ordinances, which are voluntary to my understanding. And so I would like to press criminal charges against you, your entity there, because I want my rights, and you guys are hiding the truth.
Okay. You got into some pretty deep waters there as far as what this precept is.
What's a precept?
Perception.
What I would suggest is whatever that declaration was that you turned in.
Yes.
Get a copy of that to our city attorney and or the district attorney.
Okay.
Have you done that?
No, I haven't.
Is that Frick?
They are the ones who tell us what we can do appropriately and lawfully.
Right.
Our prosecutors are the people who tell us when we've done something right or we've done something wrong. And we just enforce the laws. We have no control over them. We don't do anything to put laws together or on the books. We just enforce the ones that are given to us.
Right. Okay.
Don't you see it?
I understand that.
And it would include ordinances or any of the state statutes or federal statutes for that matter. I guess you could even provide the Attorney General for the state of Colorado with your declaration.
Okay.
And that would be something where they would be able to address your legal side of this. Now, we can't press charges against ourselves. That would be inappropriate.
Yeah, that was one of my understanding, that, in order to find a remedy, I would actually have to go against or file charges against the entire legal language. Who attorneys are control, you know?
Here's the thing. Again, you're getting into some areas that I just don't have any particular knowledge of, and that would be stuff that our city attorney, district attorney, and even the attorney general for the state would be in a position to evaluate and decide upon somehow.
Yeah, sir.
I can give you those phone numbers if you'd like to contact them.
No, that's okay. But
Okay.
what I would like to you know, help you be aware of is that what I am finding is that they don't teach us the law in school because they're using the law to corral us like animals into compliance. And that's the reason why they don't teach us the law. You see, we're supposed to understand the Constitution because the Constitution was made as an instrument to restrain the government. It was not made for the government to restrain the people. And that's the problem, is that somewhere along the line, it switched roles. Now the government controls us, which is totally that's why they made the Constitution, was to keep you guys from controlling us. And when you guys ended in bankruptcy, I'm saying you guys because I'm no longer a United States citizen. I remain as an American under the Constitution. And I forgot where I was going with that. I'm sorry, sir. I got so much on my mind. That's why they don't teach you in school, sir, and it's a fraud. Because they're not telling you, when you sign to the birth certificate, they're not telling you what it was created for, what you're doing, because from my understanding and what I'm seeing is that you are giving up your rights and property and you are accepting privileges. And you become commercial value, which has been admitted by several people. Our forefathers admitted it. They said if we ever find ourselves, if we ever stumble again upon unfunded paper money or any other species of fraud, it will enter the body of politics like spirit liquors enter the body, destroying the vitals, which is our liberty. You know, George Washington said that. Do you understand that? That this whole system is it's created around the fiat currency. This whole legal system is created around the fiat currency, which is controlled by the bankers. The whole legal system is commerce, it's voluntary, and it's the bankers' language. And they deceive us. They use tricks of words, travel, driving, operating a motor vehicle. They're all commercial words. And it's all voluntary. You guys have not taught us, and you guys are guilty of partaking in a fraud. The biggest fraud on planet Earth ever conceived by a man.
Well, Dwayne, you know, again, our end of this is simply...
I know.
We just
You
enforce them.
right, for a
Unfortunately,
paycheck, right?
We didn't have anything to do with the formation or the legislation of
Right.
the execution of. We simply enforce.
I know. You collect a paycheck. You collect a paycheck to enforce somebody else's will upon your own neighbor.
Well, but it's not in our purview to decide what's legal and what isn't. It's in our purview to enforce the laws.
Yeah, well, it is your purview to understand exactly what you're doing, and I think that if you really understood what you were doing, I think that
You wouldn't sleep at night.
any man of integrity would not do what they're doing, because you know we have rights. We should be able to build a house, because this is God's land. This isn't. You guys have taken it over by fraud.
Why would anybody give up their God-given rights for a perk and privilege? Why would anybody do that?
You know, this isn't the way our country was founded, sir.
Again, these
This is
are
what it
issues
is.
that are really going to the heart of what is legal, what isn't legal, and that's not our scope. We don't
Yeah.
have the authority to decide what is or is not.
You have a
Okay, well, I understand that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your name again, sir?
Yeah, it's Joe.
Okay,
Last
Joe.
name is Timkowicz.
Okay.
And I'm a sergeant here at the police department.
All right.
And again, I would recommend you get with the city attorneys, or the district attorneys, and
Right.
maybe even the attorney general, and get their ear on this, see what they have to say. They would have the authority, the purview, as it were,
Yeah.
to make changes or to accommodate you.
Joe, I appreciate your time and your kindness in trying to lead me in the right direction. If you were to go to my YouTube channel, you would see and you would have evidence that when I do try to question people like you're asking, go to the district attorney and this such and such, you will see in my videos that they become very resistant. You know how when you're on the street and you suspect somebody of a crime, which I'm suspecting you guys, you start questioning them, and then you get a lot of resistance. Have you ever noticed that?
Sure.
Well, that's what I'm getting from you guys.
Yeah.
When
they
I...
can't hurt themselves. It would have to be something that, say, the district attorney or the attorney general would determine that we've done something illegal.
Right.
And then they would take it from there.
Well, the way I understand it, sir, is you guys are doing everything legal, but the problem is when somebody doesn't want to enter into your commerce, then that's where the problem arises, because the bankers haven't told you the truth, that it's all voluntary, and you guys think that you guys can just wield power over us. When I don't think you have lawful authority to do that with somebody that's not voluntarily entering into your bankruptcy in essence, because that's what it is. The birth certificate is a complete system of bankruptcy.
Well, you brought up a bunch of things that I've never thought of in that manner.
Yeah.
And what is your website where I can go to the YouTube and see this stuff that you told me about?
Well, my YouTube channel is Mystery Babylon Finally Revealed. It's a book I wrote.
Mystery Babylon Finally Revealed.
Yeah, revealed.
Okay.
Because this is,
I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Just to bone up on it myself a little bit. see what it is you're talking about.
Well,
okay.
And Joe, this is Richard Bosley. You and I have had some meetings before down on Fifth Avenue when I was living over there. So I'm a partner with Dwayne, and him and I share the same beliefs, same thoughts, and same knowledge. And seriously, my dad was a police officer for a short while before he realized real soon through his constitutional activism that he couldn't govern the laws upon him to the people that were put on him. So he got out of law enforcement, and because he knew something wasn't right. And I think even you, as long as you've been on the force, I think sometimes you have a gut feeling that some things just ain't right, whether you wanted to know the knowledge of why or what it was about. But there's a turn of events on this planet that are happening as we speak, and it's getting scarier by the day. And so definitely go to his website, and don't deny yourself the right to have some knowledge that you should know.
I'm open-minded enough to take a look at about anything, and I certainly will do this. No
Okay.
doubt.
well, you sound like a reasonable man, Joe. Don't find that very often in government. If you watch my videos, you're going to see that pretty clear.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, it's nice to talk with you, and I hope that you have some success in pursuing this farther.
All right, and I wish I had your card. I would call you. I've interacted with Halsey and a couple other officers. I have videos of them.
Carl Alm wasn't too friendly.
Carl Alm, maybe I need...
Let me give you my phone number here at my desk, and you can call me anytime.
Okay, here, hold on one second.
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the number here is 350-9661. That comes straight to my desk. If I'm not here, you can leave a message. I'll call you back.
Okay, Joe.
Okay?
All right, we appreciate your time, Joe.
Mr. Bosley, I can't place you, but I'm sure we probably have talked over the years.
Yeah, it was over off of 20th Street and 5th Avenue down by the UNC maintenance building. I had a few incidents there towards about a year ago, towards the end there, that you guys were called repetitively, and again, I've been here my whole life, so never been in trouble. That's not as far as anything serious, but I'm on your guys' side. We want peace. We just want the right to be free.
Understand. We all do, I think.
Yeah.
Well, enlighten yourself, because you'll see how much we haven't.
All right, Joe.
Okay.
Okay,
Very
Joe.
good. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Dwayne. Thank you, Mr. Bosley.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Have a great day.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.